Hello, it's Miss Kirk here with another one of our toolbox tools. Today we are going to be talking about our taking time tool. Taking time tool. So if you think about a watch, this is our taking time tool. And it says, I take time in and I take time away. Now that sounds kind of silly, so it might be a little confusing, but don't worry, we'll talk about it just like we always do to make sure you understand how you can use this toolbox tool to be the best you that you can be. So the taking time tool says, I take time in and time away. And what that means is that sometimes we need time for ourselves to take some time in, to get back to a good place where we're ready to learn, ready to do our best. And sometimes that means we need to step away and take some time just for ourselves. And that's really, really important. So you might remember when we learned about our quiet, safe place tool. And if you don't, you can always go back and watch our video about the quiet, safe place tool another time. But I think that tool is connected to this tool, our taking time tool, because sometimes we need to use that quiet, safe place. We need to go to that quiet, safe place to use our taking time tool. So remember, in our quiet, safe place, we said it might be a really comfy chair with our favorite blanket or a stuffed animal we really love, or we might even wear headphones. And that gives us a place to go to get away. And then we can use that taking time tool to take that time for ourselves to make ourselves feel better. Now, you don't have to use your taking time tool in your quiet, safe place. You could even use your taking time tool outside, in the car, really anywhere. If you just spend a few moments with yourself taking that time in and away to make yourself feel better. So I have a book I wanted to share. It is called The Listening Walk. And in this book, it talks about how you could use your taking time tool while taking a walk. And I thought that might be a good way for us to use this tool in a safe way, gets us some exercise, gets us some fresh air, and gives us that time away that we need. So let's see what happens in the listening walk. I like to take walks. Sometimes I take walks with my dad and our dog. My dog's name is Major. He's an old dog and does not walk very fast. We go down the street and we do not talk. My father puts his hands in his pockets and thinks. Major walks ahead and sniffs. I keep still and I just listen. I'm taking time for me. I call this a listening walk. On a listening walk, I do not talk. Instead, I listen to all the different sounds. I hear many different sounds when I do not talk. First, I hear Major's toenails on the sidewalk. Major has long toenails. When he walks, his toenails scratch the sidewalk. They go twick, 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 twick. I hear my father's shoes on the sidewalk. My father walks so slowly, so his shoes go dope, 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 dope. I can't hear my shoes because I wear tennis shoes. I hear all sorts of sounds on a listening walk. I listen to sounds I never listened to before. I listen to lawnmowers. Lawnmowers are noisy. A lawnmower makes a steady zooming noise. It goes like this. Zzz. I like to listen to lawn sprinklers too. Lawn sprinklers are very quiet. They make different sounds. Some sprinklers make a steady whispering sound like tss. Other sprinklers turn around and around and they go like this. On a listening walk, I hear cars in the street. The shiny new cars are quiet. They only make a soft mm. But old cars are very noisy. Old cars sound like this. When cars go around the corner too fast, the tires go ee. And when cars stop too quickly, the brakes go ee. On a listening walk, I hear all kinds of sounds. I hear a bicycle bell ringing. Tring, tring. I hear a baby crying. Wah, wah, wah. A jet flies over. Jets are very noisy when they're overhead. A jet goes, yoo. A boy runs by dribbling his basketball. Boom, 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 boom. A lady hurries by us. She's wearing high heels. The lady's high heels go, pick-pock, 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 pick-pock. I hear a bus coming, so the lady starts to run. Her shoes get louder and quicker. Pick-pock, 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 pick-pock. The bus stops at the corner. Psh. The bus starts again. Around the corner, men are digging up the street. They are using a jackhammer. It makes a loud banging sound. Duck, 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 duck. A jackhammer hurts my ears, so I put my hands over my ears as I walk by. Sometimes my father and I take Major to the park. It's quiet there. The sounds in the park are not loud like the noises in the street. My father and I walk down a shady path. I do not talk. I listen. I listen to my father's shoes on the path. They make a soft sound now. They go chuff, 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 chuff. I listen to the birds in the park. I listen to the pigeons and the ducks. The pigeons fly down to meet us. They want us to feed them. The pigeons puff up their feathers and they take tiny little steps. They come towards us nodding their head. They say, purr, purr, purr. At the pond, the ducks are waiting. They want us to feed them too. The small ducks swim up close. They turn their heads on one side and they look up at us. The small ducks waggle their tails and quack. They say, onk, onk, wonk, wonk, wonk. The big ducks are not so brave. They stay back and swim around in circles. The big ducks look at us, but they do not come close. The big ducks say, Sometimes I hear a woodpecker in the park. The woodpecker sounds like a hammer. He goes, rat-tat-tat, rat-tat-tat. In the park, I hear crickets in the grass. The crickets go, creak, creak, creak. I hear the wind in the leaves. It whispers, shh, shh. I hear bees in the flowers. Buzz. It's fun to go on a listening walk. You don't even have to go far. You could just walk around the block and listen. You could even just walk around your yard and listen. Maybe even just sitting on your back porch. You don't even have to go on a walk to hear the sounds. The sounds are everywhere all the time. All you have to do is keep still and listen to them. Right now there are sounds you can hear. When you finish this page, I'm going to close the book and we're just going to listen. How many different sounds can you hear right now? Begin to count the different sounds you hear. Very good. How many different sounds did you hear? I counted 3 that I heard right away. I can hear my computer buzzing that I'm recording this on. I can hear Mr. McCoy talking in the office next to me. And I could even hear a bird that's outside our window. just right here in my office, I could hear all those different sounds. So when I take my time in and away using my taking time tool, I could just sit right here and do it. Taking time in and away, listening to the sounds around me, not worrying about what I need to do next, not worrying about the grade I got on a paper, not worrying about the unkind words someone said to me, but instead just focusing on where I am right now. I can feel the seat below me. I can hear the sounds around me. I can smell the smell of my coffee. And I can see, well, I see myself right now, but I can see all the beautiful world around me that we all get to enjoy every day. So when we take time in and we take time away, it's giving ourselves that moment to notice what's around us and to take a break from those things that might be making us feel upset or angry or frustrated. Very good. I have a quick mindful moment to end with today. This goes along with our story about the listening walk. This is called Listen. You can see our beautiful elephant there. He is doing his mindful moment with his eyes closed and his back straight and his ears listening, ready to hear what our mindful moment will be for today. So get yourself into that position, that seated mountain pose. Strong back, shoulders back, head tall. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can. Just listen to my words. Or if you'd rather leave them open, that's fine too. Just focus on something in front of you. Take a big breath in through your nose. And then let it all the way out. Try to hold your body really still, not moving any parts of your body, and just listen. What do you hear? Of course you hear my words. Maybe you hear your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa cooking in the kitchen. Maybe you hear the dog running through the house, or maybe you hear your little brother or sister playing with blocks. But for just a moment, I want you to close your eyes, if you would like. If you don't, you can leave them open. But I want you to really focus on the sounds around you. When we really listen, we hear sounds that maybe we didn't even notice before. Like the hum of the computer, or the tick of the clock. Maybe you can even hear your own breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Whatever those sounds are, really listen to them. Our story told us about a listening walk, but we can do a listening sit too, right now during our mindful moment. You notice so many sounds when you really listen, sounds that we typically ignore, we don't even notice. But when we take that time in and away just for ourselves, we really get to hear those sounds, smell the smells, and give our brain a chance to take a break and then go back better than before, ready to do our very best. When we take time in and away, we give our body that chance to rest so that we can come back and do our best. If your eyes are closed, begin to open them. Taking a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Noticing how it feels to take that time just for you. Taking that time in, taking that time away, just for you. You can do this anytime. Remember, it can be in the car, it could be on a walk, it could be sitting in your room. But when we take those few moments to listen to the sounds that surround us, smell the smells that surround us, maybe even see what surrounds us. We'll notice things we never noticed before. I hope that this helps you be the best that you can be. Remember, you can use your Taking Time tool anywhere, anytime you need that special time just for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.